Welcome back to Double Dose. I'm your host, Daniel.
And I'm your host, Dipesh.
And we're here to take you from Earth to the Fortress of Solitude.
Oh, okay. Okay. Damn.
Go on there.
I like that. Man, we were talking last episode and we're telling those crazy little stories about my YouTube blowing up back in the day. Mm-hmm. And it reminded me of just the dumb shit me and my friends used to get up to when we were in like primary school and early high school. And I just remember this random memory. Me and two of my friends were like, classic kids on our bikes,
Yeah.
And we're riding around the neighborhood, and I remember we got stuck on this main road, and these two kids were playing with like cops and robbers or something like that with the little cap guns. Mm-hmm. And I got stuck behind my mate, and his tire was stuck in between like a driveway and a thing, and this kid, like, I just randomly turn around and this kid is like playing with his brother and just stops what he's doing, picks up this branch thing from the ground and starts running at me with it. And out of like freak panic, I'm on my bike and I just mule kick this kid. And I'm like, oh shit, go. And I my friend in front of me just like starts like biking off as hard as he can. I bike up, I look behind me and the kid's just covering his face. And I felt so bad and we were like panicking because we're like, holy shit, dude, like what if they call the cops or whatever? But we're just little kids. But man, I felt so bad. It was like, it was just out of panic. I was on my bike and I just...
You've got some crazy mongrel kid running after you with a branch.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what he was doing. Like, he was just playing with his brother. We weren't even near them. And then he just picked up this branch and was just running at me, like, screaming, like, ah! I'm just like...
How weird.
Boom, just mule kicked him. And I felt really bad, but...
No, that's okay. Well, that was just you protecting yourself.
Yeah.
What is he going to do?
It was out of panic.
He might have hurt you.
I don't know what he was going to do. He was, so... Sorry, little kid.
That's okay. Oh, poor child. So who was this kid? Did you know him?
I had no idea who this was. It was a couple of streets down, but like when you're riding bikes, you know the area like the back of your hand. And I had seen him years later because I just remembered what his face was pre-kick.
Yep.
And he looked like a little rough kid. So I don't know. Maybe I made him rough.
Maybe you traumatized him.
Maybe I roughed him up a bit, yeah.
Where'd you kick him? Where'd you end up hitting him?
Dude, square in the face.
Oh, shit.
I mule kicked him. I just looked back and just...
All right. Well, you can't be helped.
The story,
when a kid's chasing you, like all things out the window.
Daniel, your demeanor changed so quickly when I said the face and you're like, oh, you're a piece of shit.
No, I didn't think that. I just thought, man, that kid, like, he fucked himself. Because, like, you don't chase someone and expect nothing to happen.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You played yourself. That's it. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's happened to a lot of people.
Don't pick up a branch and come at a kid on a bike.
I like how cap guns were such a big thing when we were kids as well, and now they're just like anything gun related. It's like you're going to prison.
Yeah, and there was
gun. I had one that looked legit. It was heavy metal as well. It was a big metal one.
Oh,
and
wow!
It had like a proper reloader and everything.
I would have loved that. I just had the little plastic ones with the little orange tip.
I cracked my tip off, and it was a big metal, fucking huge Glock looking thing.
Oh wow!
Beefy as.
Dude,
I'll try and find a picture of it.
One time I was at the markets and I bought a shotgun cap gun, and instead of like the little revolver plastic spiral, it was a paper roll of caps.
Yes.
So you'd load it in, and I guess you could just keep firing.
Yeah, this was mine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I played with a cousin of mine had that one. Yeah, those are legit.
Yeah.
We'll bring it up on the screen for those people of you watching. But yeah, dude, I remember being at the markets and I had like a shotgun one of those. Mm-hmm. And I remember the paper roll was like the starting of it was taped down, so you had to peel it off like masking tape.
Yep.
And I was running my nail over the opening to get it started, and I must have just scratched it enough for the gunpowder to flare up, and it popped off and landed on my nail and just sizzled through the nail.
Wow.
And I was in the back seat and my cousin was driving in the front, and I didn't like want to look like an idiot, so I was just like just holding in the pain in the back seat, like, because I didn't want to look like an idiot, like doesn't even know how to load a cap gun. Oh man, it hurts so much. Just shivers through your spine.
Yeah, okay. The last time I used my cap gun,
yesterday.
I was playing cap gun with my friend who lived around the corner from me, and he he had the same gun as me, and we were playing like cops and robbers down the side of our house, and he was running with caps in his pocket, and I don't know what he did or whatever reason, but for the cap fucking blew up in his pocket, and he was like, ah, and he just goes down, and they're like, bang, bang,
I've been
bang,
shot.
going off, and
I've
he's
been shot.
and that's what it was like, yeah. But he,
That's what it's like in the area.
yeah, no, yeah. So he
Some people just get shot in the area, dude.
that's how it happens. But yeah, no. And then he had to go home crying and had to go to the hospital, I think.
Oh, and a hospital.
It was like all burned, his leg.
Like the whole little roll just popped off.
Yeah, the whole thing blew up in his
Damn.
pocket, and he had to go to hospital, I'm pretty sure.
Do you remember those little atomic bomb looking ones?
No.
You just load up one at the bottom and just drop it, and it was so heavy, and it would just pop.
I don't remember them.
No?
No.
Damn, son.
But yeah.
Yeah, those are fun. And bow and arrows were a big thing when we grew up as well, with the little suction cup dart.
Oh, the suction cup ones, yeah.
That was pretty popular.
Yeah, I had one at work. I wanted it in a Secret Santa. I was like, boop, shoot the darts at the glass. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, I had one of them too. But yeah. All right. I want to try something different as long as you're okay to go to the next topic. Did you have anything more?
No, I just wanted to bring up that bad moment in my history.
No. We all have our weak moments.
I just, all these memories just flooded back of just the dumb shit me and my friends used to get up to when we're, at that age. Messing around. Kicking kids.
I wonder if you can even buy them now, those cap guns.
On the black market.
Oh, you can. Okay. I thought they might be illegal now because they look really fake now. There's so much orange on them. It's like there's no way you're mistaking this.
Oh, I remember the spud guns.
They shoot the potatoes.
Yeah.
My friend built one. Those things were dangerous.
No, like it was a little cap gun.
You jam the thing.
Yeah, you just
my
hold a
mate
potato.
built one to shoot a whole potato.
Oh yeah, I heard of those. Yeah, those are nuts.
Yeah, they like
launch.
shatter your window.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I never saw one of those.
That's
small
next level.
ones. Yeah. So I wanted to try something a bit different today.
Yeah, go for it.
I wanted to try play a little game. It's mostly a game of explanations and reasoning, but I wanted to play it. So we're going to play something called Explain That Video.
Damn.
So we want to
That was
look at
big.
we look at the internet strangest videos and try to explain why they were made.
I like this. I like this
Okay.
segment already.
So it's going to be mostly a thing that I show to you, and you got to just tell me what's going on. You got to explain first. Here's how we're going to play it. I'm going to show you something.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have to
Like just the
explain that video. All right. So I'm going to show you something,
yeah.
and you have to describe to the audience what you're seeing first, if you can.
Okay. So I'm just looking at the first intro frame, and I got to explain what I'm seeing.
No, they're all relatively short.
Okay.
So it's just like a random GIF or something like that.
Okay.
It's going to be a short video most of the time, and you got to explain what you're seeing,
And what exactly is happening?
what is happening, and why you think it's happening.
Okay. I like
All
this.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's get
First up. All right. It's very quick. You blink, you miss it. Everyone at home, we're going to describe
Rotate that
it.
laptop for me.
We're going to describe it, and then for those watching, I'm going to bring up the video for you as well. Okay. Blink, you'll miss it.
Okay, guys. So it's a short video
about
of
1
this.
second long.
Basically, have you seen Matrix 2?
Yeah.
So those two dread-looking
the
dudes that
twins.
turned the twins, picture them, but like 30 years older, and basically still dressing the same. And so one of this guy, he's old, he's got bleached blonde hair, he's put on sunnies, and this cameraman just rams him with the camera. It looks like, I'm guessing this is Japan with
I don't
the
know
text
what's
on the
going
screen.
on. Yeah, and no one is confused by what's going on with the camera.
No, I feel like he asked for he was a piece of shit to the reporter, and then he said, but like because he's putting his Givenchy shades on.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, now I'm ready for my close up, and the reporter was like, now go fuck yourself, and he rams him with the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a piece of shit to him just before this started, but damn, dude, he
is colliding with him too. Like he is not slowing down.
that he's taken off frame, dude. Like, and I bet you those sunglasses are broken. And he puts them on
He's
like a boss, dude. He's doing it
he's
so sleek.
Jamming. Yeah, I know. Why is he like the face as well? He's going. Yeah. So wait, what do you think's going on here? Like, it's a news report.
Yeah, dude, I think he was being a piece of shit. And he was like trying to act all cool, calm, collected after he just blew up. And the cameraman was like, "Nah, stuff this dude."
But he like physically attacks him.
he said, "I'm ready for my close up." He's like, "Here you go."
Yeah, he's like, "I'm ready for my close up." He's like, "Bam!" and just nails him.
Damn. I want to know what happened after that.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think he was
arced
mad?
up. He arced up for sure. He was upset that his favorite glasses broke, and that he wasn't going to get cast in the next Matrix movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's balding severely.
Yeah, big time, dude. I don't think if he was younger, he would have been able to go intangible there, and the camera would have gone right through him. Mm-hmm. But yeah, ever since his twin brother died, it's never been the same.
Okay, so we have explain that video. Ooh. Okay.
I like that.
Next one.
Okay.
All right, you ready for this? This one has sound. I hope it works. Hold on, let me bump it. All right, for those of you at home, I'll play it as well.
Oh, okay. Dude, Clark Kent.
Okay, how did that happen? How the rubble falls down and he goes through the roof. Okay, describe what you're seeing.
Okay, so basically this kid...
The whole detail. No. Describe the exact setting of what you're seeing. What's the image look like?
Okay, so this is a phone recording, portrait video, and where it's basically filming a door frame and a kid just hanging from the door frame about to do a pull-up. He does a pull-up with so much just oomph that he launches himself through the ceiling.
But he's moving so slow.
Yeah, he's just got so much strength behind him.
He clearly punctures the ceiling.
That's not edited, you reckon?
I have no idea. The rubble falls downwards.
You're the professional.
It looks real to me.
Let's play that again.
Once more in slow motion.
He goes slow and then he speeds up.
He goes up and then boom, he is through the roof.
Wow.
And he continues to go. I think it's real.
He might be on like a little...
The lighting looks too real.
Yeah, that's true. They always hide stuff with the low quality ones.
There doesn't look like... I don't know. Could there be cables pulling him through the roof?
I feel like, there's like a... It's like the house itself looks super dilapidated. So I feel like maybe it's a record house and they've got him on like a hoist and he's just like... Because you've seen those videos of just guys demoing houses and they just run through gyprock. Like they just plow through that
why
shit.
have they set that up?
He's like, dude, this will be funny.
How are they recording this on a potato? And they've gone, you know what's going to... How did they get the string through the roof without you seeing it? Go to the beginning.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That is a tough one.
Also, it looks like he has socks on and that's like a bedroom. He's got no shoes.
He's definitely Russian.
So you chin up so hard that it just annihilates the fucking roof.
Like picture getting to the peak of your chin up. You got your legs in front and you just continue to just launch yourself up. Like just pull, like it's like a video game. Just upper body strength.
He double jumped. He did a Mario double jump and went straight through that bitch.
Dude, that's crazy.
Okay, so you think it's just a final consensus?
I think it may be edited, and they've hidden it with the low quality.
And they think they're doing it for the meme.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we have explained the video. Okay, next one. Are you ready for yourself? This one's even crazier. Okay. Ready?
Oh, dude, yeah, I've seen this one. Whoa, okay.
Describe exactly what you see.
So for those of you listening, there's a man sleeping on a bed, and it just looks like like a security cam. It's just like if you were just film yourself sleeping, and it looks like a kind of dirty bedroom. Like this guy definitely isn't living clean. This plank of wood just randomly falls on him, and a watermelon drops from under the covers, rolls onto the floor.
It looks like a tree.
Exposing the floor is not a floor, in fact, a pond. Just water, like deep water as well. This watermelon disappears. It's not like a puddle on the floor. This guy is sleeping in a bedroom right next to some sort of pond.
His house is like flooded, and he's just like, what, doing this for the meme?
It looks like the bed sits on the floor, and then he's got this like railing that just sections off this pond.
But an actual tree falls on him.
Is it a tree or just a plank of wood?
No, look at the stick. There's a tree.
Oh, damn.
It's cut off a tree. You can see the little branches being cut.
Yeah, wow.
And the tree falls on him, and there's a water bottle,
Why is he sleeping with a watermelon?
which, like, look, the water bottle was thrown. Look,
Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh,
And
right,
then-
okay, yeah.
it doesn't wake him. He rolls over and he's got a watermelon.
Oh, hang
Okay,
on a second. Play that back.
Rewind.
The water bottle is on some sort of string.
it is.
It stays with him. It doesn't fall on the floor. Look, it just dangles there.
Maybe they kept doing it to pull it out of the water.
Maybe that was the way to start it.
But he's holding a whole watermelon in his bed. And then it's a big one too, those long ones.
It's a huge
And
watermelon.
it falls in the water. And so he's sleeping next to essentially a flooded room. He is sleeping in a flooded room.
When you're watching the video, it doesn't look like he's sleeping next to water because the water's so green and just full of algae and shit. But it's just water right next to his bed. Imagine just like sleeping next to a pond. You just get out of bed, put your first feet down, you just sink into like an abyss.
He set up a whole bed in this room. If it was flooded already, I don't know.
I've seen this video, not this one, but I've seen him fish out of this hole. He catches a fish out of the hole.
What do you think is going on?
I think this dude, he really, really cares about his prize fish, and he will sleep next to them, even if it
It's a
means
swamp.
sacrificing his house.
It's a swamp.
It's a dirty.
That's
It's
dirty.
That definitely doesn't get any sunlight, so it must be indoors, surely.
You're gonna literally. But why? Why is this fall on him? Is this set up for a prank?
I think it's set up because I've seen this fishing video, so it must be like, okay, this is.
This is a meme.
I think this is a meme. You know, there's no context. He's done it again and again, and when the videos have more than one scenario, then someone's doing it for the views.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with meme.
Meme.
Yep.
You have explained that video. Whoa.
Dude, it's getting more and more ominous.
It is. Okay. Next one. You've seen this, but you got to explain it to the audience and explain it to why you think it was done.
Family.
Okay, so for those of you listening and just puzzled, basically it's a bunch of bald dudes in black tank tops wearing a crucifix necklace and aviator sunglasses, looking like Dominic Toretto from Fast and Furious franchise. And there's like 10 guys. They all are dressed the same and they're just repeating family.
And they're all just deadpan staring
They're
at the
so
camera.
serious about it.
All of them are fully committed.
Do you think that franchise has hardcore fans like Star Wars fans? Like there's a lore to the Fast and Furious
I don't know
franchise?
if it's that level, but I'd say it's close.
I'd like to think that these guys are massive fans and they get together once a year to do the marathon and this is their chant for their group.
Once a year they get together and call it Family Day.
Family Day, and they end it with Coronas and barbecue, and they bring the family around and they watch like all thousand Fast and Furious movies back to back.
You think they're doing it on their own for funsies?
It's like a Comic-Con. It's like a meetup for Fast and Furious franchise, and it looks like they're doing this in a mechanic's shop.
Yeah.
Like there's car parts on the walls
Yeah,
and
there's car parts
some
on the
shelving.
wall. But it's to the
Warehouse
Fast and
shelving.
Furious again.
Dude,
It's
yeah,
bang on.
these are heavy fans. These guys are like, what's Dominic Toretto's middle name? And they'll know it.
Whoa.
What fuel did he put in the R34? E83, bitch.
Yeah. Wow.
You owe
All
me a
right.
10-second car now.
So you think final verdict?
Hardcore con.
Hardcore
Hardcore faster con.
Do you think there could be more than this?
Yeah, it's worldwide.
Okay, worldwide con. You
Yeah.
have explained this video. Okay, I actually know the reason why they got together.
Oh, I'm excited.
I
Okay.
got it, okay.
Am I close?
No,
Oh,
you're
damn.
way off. Some dude hired all these guys for a whole day to do whatever he wanted. He hired 10 Dominic, what's his name?
Dominic Toretto.
So Dominic Toretto's. They hired 10 Vin Diesel lookalikes
Okay.
to go around the day, and they did whatever he wanted them to do.
And by the way, guys, just want to let you know, like, they may have put down on their resume, I look like Vin Diesel. They could not look further from Vin Diesel. They are just the most generic, bald-headed dudes.
Yep.
If you're bald, you're Vin Diesel and Jason Statham, apparently.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Cool.
Next.
Well, okay. There's a lot happening in this one. There's a lot happening in this one.
Explain it all.
I think we're going to have to watch this again. I'm going to have to get in real close, guys.
So, explain what happens for the first frame. Boom. All right, first frame.
so
what are you seeing?
It looks like we're at some sort of train station or airport terminal. I don't know if this is set up because it looks like the most trashiest scene ever. Basically, we have a woman in the foreground kneeling over a trash can putting on makeup. Then in the midground, we have a couple dancing some sort of, would you say Spanish dance?
Yeah, something salsa-y, right?
Yeah, because you got a little bit of a twang in there. Then you have this real preppy dude with his shoulders way too far back and chest up, walking through the frame, holding his backpack. Like on his he's like late for a lecture. And in the background, there's a dude playing the drums with drumsticks, but it doesn't look like he's hitting anything. He's just playing air drums. Yeah. Like he looks like a busker that couldn't afford the drum. Like even a bucket to drum on, but he's just doing air drums and he's got like a bucket in front of him. And then there's a point in this video where the couple dancing, it looks like the guy just gets fed up and just launches this chick out the way. Like she's not dancing good enough for him.
Yeah. He's like, you're not.
He's like, fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Yeah. So we'll play back.
Oh, wow. This guy's a mad aggressive dancer.
He's like, nah, fuck off. You did it wrong.
Yeah, like,
she didn't know how to spin, so he just fucking grabs her by the head.
It's like she steps on his toe and he just grabs her by the neck and just pushes her out the way. And I think this lady in the foreground must be on drugs or homeless.
Okay. And there was also something you probably missed. It's in the back. Did you know that experiment where the bear was
with the gorilla?
With the gorilla that danced in the thing when you had to watch something being passed around?
Yeah.
A dude walks straight past in the middle. He don't give no fuck. He just like, yep, I'm on my way, son. Here he is. Yep, he's gone.
I said that. The
okay,
preppy dude.
Oh, fuck, I missed
the preppy dude with the chest
Did
out
you
and the
see the
shoulders
guy
back.
play in the chair?
Oh, I didn't see the chair, but I thought he was just playing air drums.
No, he's playing the chair.
Okay.
And this girl's clearly doing her makeup.
Yeah. And there's also something that sneaks in right at the end there on the edge. I don't know what that is.
Final thoughts?
I'll definitely set up. It's too perfectly framed and too much happening at once for it to be natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
Final verdict is it's set up. On this video.
God?
All right.
Is that you, God?
Yes, God. He's telling us.
Damn.
All right. I know the answer for this one as well. It is a typical day in New York.
Really?
Not set up. That just happens.
You know what? I was going to say New York because I'm like, it looks grimy as shit.
Yeah, it's the New York subway.
Yeah, this is where, if it would have happened, like the crazies are in New York, right?
Yeah, bro.
Not that I've been, but I've heard.
Okay. We're halfway there.
Okay.
All right. Next one.
Oh, damn.
There's music on this one. One sec. Well, better start it again. 1 second. I'm very sorry.
Whoa. Wow. Okay. So
once again.
So we have this video of a guy walking towards a hut in the middle of nowhere, and this hut is rocking, dude. This guy is just fucking dance music. It's you know what, this is what like a bush doof in like the middle of nowhere would look like, and only one person turned up, and the camera goes inside this hut, and there's like a full setup DJ in there, just kicking it off. There's lights. I think I saw a small pony in there. In the background, there's a donkey or something in there. And
yeah, man, it's like a donkey.
Yeah, and
look at this.
And this guy's got like just tearing it up in there.
How is he moving this whole thing?
This whole hut's just popping off, and he's got a speaker on the outside. Wow, what a setup!
What's going on? Final, like, what are your thoughts? So a guy walks over the bridge. There's a guy filming, and he's walking up to the.
He's walking up to the hut. He kicks down his front gate. He literally breaks it. I mean, I don't think it was really situated firmly anyway.
He built a gate.
He just pushes it over.
There's a gate built.
I don't know how that hut's moving like that and not falling apart.
How is that standing up?
I think it's just leaning next to those two sticks.
So why even have a gate? Where is this gate? Why is it there? He literally just pushes it over like it's nothing, and they've clearly forced this donkey to be in this bush doof.
Yeah. Like, I see it like if you're gonna have the money to have like this mad disco shit going on in your little hut, then you wouldn't be living in that hut. So,
Yep.
and it's like the dude filming has like sneakers on, and the guy in the bush doof is like, he doesn't look like he lives in a hut. I'll say that. I would not know where they are. It looks dry and arid. I can't even see anyone's faces.
I know.
But it's popping off
Why
in
do
there.
you think they made this? The meme? They look like a very poor country.
It did look like a poor
They
country.
had the time to set this up outside of their ploughing fields.
I would like to think that this kid has such an interest in DJing that he sets up a live stream of him DJing from his hut, and he's put all his life savings into doing it and hoping that it takes him out of the hut.
Okay. Could be.
I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have explained this video. Whoa. Thank you. All right. I'm not going to go that one for now because it's a bit long and it's probably not this.
Oh, I have seen this one. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Oh,
He's trembling.
the shaking. Oh my God, the shaking. World Star. Okay.
Describe what you see. First reaction.
So it looks like somewhere in England or like Scotland or something. And all these people are standing around a little like petting zoo setup. And there's a bunch of people dressed as sheep, pretending to be legit sheep. And there's one dude that's dressed as a wolf or a sheepdog. And these sheep are these people are shitting themselves as this wolf attacks them. Looks like one of the sheep get tackled and a guy goes, time out or something like that. And then there's a zoom in on this guy in a sheep costume, shitting his bricks, just shitting bricks.
Why do you think they're doing this?
I think that it's an old
Tradition?
of that town.
But why? Dress up like sheep and what? Have someone chase you around like a wolf? For what? For fun?
Because it's clearly like
or
it's clearly
for
it's a play. Like everyone's come here to watch it happen. It definitely looks.
Look how many
like an
people are in
annual
the
thing.
back.
There's a lot of people here to watch this little show. I'm going to say it's a tradition in a small town of Scotland.
Okay. I have no idea.
You don't know this one?
I don't know.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to.
It's so weird that it's World Star.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be explained this video. Yep.
If anyone listening does know this, please let us know.
Please tell us what is going on right now.
Hit us up because I would like to know as well. I'm concerned.
This
I'm concerned
one,
for the sheep.
we're gonna have to play muted once because it's copyright music.
Okay.
But we will explain it to you, and after we play it, so we're gonna be muted for 2 seconds, and hopefully you think it's funny. You ready?
I'm ready. I have also seen this one.
Okay.
So I believe this. I think I saw this on TikTok. I don't know if it blew up on TikTok, maybe Reddit. We have a guy in full Plague Doctor garb, just strutting his shit with his cane to Gangster's Paradise.
And he's walking towards camera, and the camera is just absolutely shaking like crazy. But this guy seems like he's in a school playground or like some sort of field.
It's like it's definitely like a high school kid that bought the costume online, and he's like, I need to make use of it.
This high school kid, that person is bald.
Okay,
that is a 45-year-old man.
Okay, yeah, a guy that never grew up, and
he's like a jack.
Yeah.
He's still in primary school. But he's like 47 years old.
Yeah. And
but he is by himself. No one else is dressed up with him.
Yeah, no, I think like he bought it online and he's just so cringy, dude. Like he's just like, I need to make use of this $2,000 purchase, this custom fitted Plague Doctor outfit, and he's like told his friend come record me at the local park. I need to scare some
He's
kids.
just on a whim done this.
I think he's like I want to test out the costume. I reckon like they were filming something, and he's like, yo, let me catch
that
my
strut is next level.
He's leaning into it. He's like a 70s pimp.
Yeah.
He's
Big
leaning into
time.
it. He's leaning back. He's got the cane. He's got the walk. He's got the hat. Oh, and a bit of flair at the end there.
Boom. Everyone just digging it. Everyone just thinking it's normal too. There's not even a big gathering.
Yeah, it's like almost like a B-roll of like some little high school project, some film project.
Okay. You have... Explain the video.
Oh. Nice.
Okay. That's it. The other ones are not as great. But
I'm going to have to create a little soundbite for that, dude.
yeah.
I liked that segment. That was fun.
Okay,
and,
cool.
The really, really interesting videos.
Yeah. I tried to get the most out of context shit I could think of.
I would have to say my favorite is definitely the guy copping the camera to the face.
The first one. I started hard.
Yeah. That was hard, dude. And he got hit hard.
Yeah, it's so random. Especially his
I
look.
love that. I really
he
like
looks
that.
like he has a full face of makeup.
Let's watch that one again.
Dude, his nose look fake as hell.
He's sweating. It looked like a fake guy. It looks like a fake guy.
Yeah, especially the lip. Like, I don't know what's going on there.
That's interesting. I like that one.
I love the Japanese captions. We could... If you can read Japanese, please tell us what's this.
Yeah, tell us what's happening. Is this a game show? Is this a skit?
Because everyone... She does not flinch. Look at that. Stone cold killer in the back. She is like... doesn't even care that it's coming.
He's so serious about putting his sunglasses on, and this camera just rams him in the face.
That's great.
It's great. I love it.
Okay, cool.
Nice, dude.
Thanks for playing.
That's okay. I thank you for playing that for me.
That's all right.
Wow, I don't have anything in that vein to carry off from.
No,
but,
that's okay. You just hit me with your next crazy shit because that's how this podcast rolls, son.
Well, I was looking into something interesting to talk about today, and I found this this conspiracy theory, and I don't have a soundbite for you guys, but I'll try something. Let me see what I got here. Let me.
It's time for the conspiracy theory. It's time to do.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, oh shit! I couldn't help myself. As soon as I heard the Yami Yugi voice, your boy had to go to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
Had to go Shadow Realm real quick. Cool. All right, so I've got this. I got this thing. I researched up, if you will.
Yep.
Called Plain of Jars. So about the Plain of Jars. The Plain of Jars is an archaeological site in northern Laos or Laos.
Yep.
Or Laos.
I think Lao.
Lao.
Probably. Yeah.
It gets the name Plain of Jars because it's home to 90 sites containing these stone jars all over the place. And each site has between like 1 to 400 of these stone jars.
Yep.
It was first discovered in 1930 when scholars from Laos were conducting research in the area. The research suggests that it was occupied from 500 BC to 500 AD, which was, I guess, from what I read, was the Iron Age of Southeast Asia.
Okay.
The jars themselves are made from sandstone, and some of them even contain lids, and they can range from like quite small to like 3 meters tall, and some of the ones that are with the lids are like 13 ton. Like
13 tons.
These are really, really big jars. And they're just scattered randomly, like the clusters.
Oh, excuse me. Wow.
Some of them are clustered, and some of them are just scattered. And in random areas of northern Laos. And
what are they made of? Stone.
Sandstone.
My God, they must be huge.
They're
Sandstone's
massive.
not that heavy.
I'm going to bring up a photo for you to have a look at.
Okay, we'll bring it up on the screen for you. Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah. They're like these. I don't know how you would move these. They're really, really big. They because of age, they're like, I guess the ground's kind of grown into them.
Yeah, the ground. They've been there a long time.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess 500 BC.
So the ground is like submerged with.
They got overgrowth on them, and they're very interesting shapes. They're definitely on purpose.
Yeah, but they're kind of all different shape.
Yeah, I guess they all have the same purpose though. They're all like these little jars, and some of them have the little lids. I think they have lips for lids.
So what was the point of them?
So some of the theories for their use were that they were urns, but there's no evidence to support that they were used for funerary means. They had some caves in the area that had remains and ashes, and they just assumed that maybe they were like some sort of ceremonial urns. Another theory is researchers have suspected that there were fridges, just old school style fridges. I don't know how effective that would have been back in that time, but the reason I'm bringing all this up is because the interesting theory for the locals of the area, they state that they were designed by a race of giants that were from that area. And
interesting.
Giants are an interesting thing, man. Like, you can go down a pretty deep rabbit hole.
Yeah, I have a few times,
Yeah.
and I find it very fascinating.
It's very fascinating. It kind of led me into a little bit of rabbit hole, and I was kind of looking into into giants and stuff. Because unfortunately, we might not ever be able to find out why they were made and how they were made, because a lot of the areas that that surround them are littered with unexploded bombs and landmines that were left over from the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
So the people that looked at them were, I guess, what was it, 1930s? Yeah, 1930s. So it was.
And so what did the giants essentially build them for? Quotations.
We don't know.
They don't know.
I read a little bit like there was a king and he was like they had like a massive standoff against the giants in the area and killed them all. But this was I guess because of the size of them, I don't see how a human would have the need for a 13-ton, 3-meter tall.
You can't
jar.
move it.
You can't move it.
And
what do you do with it?
my first thought was maybe catch rainwater, but then I thought, why would you build a jar? You just build a big lake or something.
Or a well.
Yeah, that's pulling it out of the earth. But I thought maybe they're catching rain, and I thought no, they wouldn't be building these things for no reason.
And why are there lids?
I'm thinking also maybe potentially spiritual reasons, like maybe capturing the dark spirits in the area, something like that.
Well, there's quite a lot of them. So some of these sites have 1 to 400 in an
maybe
area.
Some sort of burial ground, like to capture dark spirits or something, and then put them in.
That's a lot of effort.
It is so crazy.
It's very crazy. It's very interesting. And when I was looking a little bit into the whole giant thing, I came across this.
Did they ever find anything in them worth mentioning?
No, but I think some people have noticed that there are some symbols that they've seen on some and not others, and they have tried to relate that to the whole urn theory. Because I think something to do with the symbology on the sides of these things. I think they've been carved or painted into the side.
Okay.
But I guess, we won't be able to really look at much more because it's a massive hazard to walk around that area. You're just going to get blown up.
Yep.
Yeah. Which I hope one day we can get around that. Like, I thought right now we'd be able to have some sort of radar technology to exactly pinpoint where each bomb is and where each landmine is and then dig it out safely.
Yeah, we're just not there with the robots. It's like they can't go there and dig themselves yet.
Yeah. And I guess...
And you'd be blowing up really expensive machinery for every bomb you essentially do.
Yeah.
And it's hard to test in the ground, I think, as well.
And I guess with the landmine, you run the risk of destroying the actual plots themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of them are actually destroyed, unfortunately, because of the bombings.
Sandstone is... Oh, okay.
Yeah, the bombings took a lot of this stuff out.
And sandstone's quite brittle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And it led me into this little rabbit hole about the Smithsonian. Apparently, in the past, they had to admit that they destroyed several giant bones to maintain the current narrative of evolution at the time.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm a big believer in possible giants.
Me too. There's a lot of cultures that have stories of giants. A lot of cultures, I think most cultures have the story of a giant, of a story of someone overcoming giants. There's definitely bones and apparently femur bones that are like 4 meters long.
Yeah.
And I can't find it to show you, but I remember seeing this painting of a man standing next to a pillar somewhere in Europe, I believe. And the painting is of the man standing next to this pillar, and on the pillar there's a very distinct carving of the pillar. And you can go to that pillar today, but if you were to stand next to it, you wouldn't be the carving is so like tall, and you would be like compared to the man in the painting, you would be like a quarter of his height. And back in that time, people were
Scaffolding.
No, this guy's just standing like on the floor.
No, but whoever did the carving, maybe scaffolding.
But just in relation, if you were to stand next to this pillar now and take a photo, your height is completely different to the height of the man in the painting. Oh. And people are saying people at that time when you were painting, it was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Everything was like to a T. So that could supposedly have been evidence of giants creating this stuff, and then if you were to go to it as a modern human, you're nowhere near as tall as the person in this painting. And it would also explain why it was so easy for people to carve and stuff at that height.
Cool.
Yeah. If I can find that photo,
we'll try and find it for you guys and bring it up. Yeah. But I've seen old corpses and people digging up these massive skulls and bones and, of people 20 feet tall, and they've gone, oh, we found a forearm that was a meter, a meter and a half. And that means that this person would have been such and such tall, 30 feet.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of old remains coming up, yes. And they've had to lie about the narrative to keep the science consistent and not throw off things. And that's a real shame that it's more about keeping your status as I am correct.
Common narrative, because there's money involved.
And also that it's my theory that I came up with and I don't want to lose it.
Yeah. All the anthropologists and stuff like that. So,
I know that's a big problem with anthropology.
I think it was early 1900s when the Smithsonian did that. I will have to look into if that's a legitimate accusation, because obviously they are pretty reputable. But yeah, that's a shame. Just because of America, I guess the current narrative in America at the time, they had to destroy a bunch of evidence stating otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't there something about the Denisovans, which is another link to the history chain?
I'm not sure what that is, but I was thinking more along the lines of that, the Egyptians, and they draw those large humans that are 10 feet tall with the, the Anukai and all that stuff that's linked in of people coming down. And it's very strange that they draw like the dog heads and stuff, but all the creatures, they're just a bit taller than humans.
Yeah, there's like
but they're not like godly sized, like 100 feet tall, and we're like tiny comparison. It's just that they're a couple feet bigger for some reason. Or a lot of different religious, ancient civilizations draw this type of stuff, which is bizarre.
It's like a hierarchy of human. There's like a leading style and like a working class.
Yeah.
I guess with the Anunnaki, the Nephilim, all that sort of stuff.
Yes. Hold on, I'm coming in to see what this is.
Yeah, I mean, I only brushed across this, but
is this similar to like Neanderthal type stuff?
But it was discovered quite recently in the 2000s, and it's I think it was in Russia, perhaps, and it's let's see what it says here. Denisovans are an extinct species or subspecies of archaic human that ranged across Asia during the Lower and Middle Paleolithic. Denisovans are known for their few physical remains, and consequently, most of what is known about them comes from DNA evidence.
Interesting.
I think it's just basically showing another link in the evolutionary chain, basically showing that there were several types of humans at one stage before we got to fully fledged Homo sapiens. Yeah. There were several types of human species living amongst each other. Obviously, some got killed out, some probably died out, disease and whatnot. But where we thought Neanderthals were basically like another branch off of Neanderthals is Denisovans, and then away from that is modern day human.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's pretty interesting, and I hope we can find out one day. With maybe one of the viewers knows something about it and can comment. But no.
Yeah, let us know if you know a bit more about Denisovans. But what was it? Identification of Denisovan individual occurred in 2010, so it's quite recent news.
Yeah,
about our history, which is very interesting.
See how amazing it is that we're still finding stuff now.
It's excavated in Siberia.
Siberia.
Think about how much stuff is in Siberia, dude.
It's all frozen over. You can't even get to it. Who's going to spend digging 100 kilometers from civilization?
Frozen in time. I'm telling you, it's a time capsule over there.
Yeah, for sure, and it's huge,
massive. And
we won't know.
What does Russia want with all that space? They want more space now? What are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do with it?
Build a theme park?
Make it more cold?
Yeah.
Come on. It's already so depressing.
What are you going to hide? More evolution stuff?
I don't know, whatever. It's a weird place. So much to discover.
A lot to discover, man.
That's cool. I hope we can figure out what the jars are one day as well. But so much gets lost in just time.
Yeah. And some people are just really careless with very, very important archaeological finds. Like, wasn't there wasn't all that footage of ISIS destroying all that stuff in
Yep, burning the old scripts and doing all that crazy
and just like bringing jackhammers to these like old school carvings and stuff like in stone, and it's just destroying history. It's like, oh my god.
It brings me back to the Spaniards as well when they won their fucking what's the word?
Pilgrimage?
Not pilgrimage. Where they're just absolutely mutilating everyone. Where they just went on a purge.
I know what you mean.
So they didn't just stop at pillaging and raping and destroying everything. They burned their history. They said, we're going to stomp you out of existence.
Yeah,
so we're going to burn all your tablets, destroy everything. We're gonna destroy all your books. You know, they didn't leave a thing, nothing to study themselves either. They said we're just killing it all.
I hate
so
that.
Imagine how many times that happens, and Egyptians or whoever it was, you know,
because at the same time it didn't support their religious narrative.
So
at
they're
the
like,
time.
I don't like it. It's different, so I must destroy it.
Their conquest.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a shame, and I really hope that
It's a big shame.
The secrets come out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have no idea how long we've been going.
Oh, we haven't done a time.
Have a looky. So you see where the bar gets big at the beginning?
Yeah.
What time is that? 10 minutes
real
in?
close, guys.
What time does it start? Yeah, about there. I think that's 15. Where it starts. And then where are we at now?
Oh, it says over an hour.
Okay, so we've been probably like 50 minutes, 45 minutes or something.
We'll fluff it around a bit.
All right, what do you want to do?
I want to see what this zap's all about on your microphone.
Okay. I don't know what it is. I'll never figure it out.
Guys, I'm going to go over to Daniel's microphone because I want to know what it feels like. I'm scared. I feel like it's going to give me flashbacks to that game.
It stopped. It's not doing it right now. If it comes back, I'll tell you, but it's not doing it.
Damn.
I'm not feeling anything right now.
I'm scared to do it, but I kind of want to.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm not telling
I
you.
feel like I need to share the pain.
No, I would tell you if it is, but it's not.
Okay.
I'm too powerful. That's why. Do you want to do one more? I've got one more topic, but it's a bit of a long one.
Man, you know what?
Should we just wrap it?
No, I want to hear it.
Oh, you want to hear it?
Yeah,
okay.
dude. If you're listening right now and you're this far, keep carrying on with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this one, I hope it's a crop circle thing, but it's called probably one of the most interesting crop circles I've ever seen.
I want to believe.
You ever heard of it? It's called The Answer. This crop circle is called The Answer. Ah, it's zapping me. Go.
Okay, I'm walking over.
Shit.
I'm so scared.
Just touch it with your lip.
Oh, dude, I'm so scared.
Go. You feel it?
No. Oh, dude. Do you know how scary it is to touch your lip to something so many times and not know when it's going to shock you?
It stopped. Fuck.
I kind of want to... Like, if it didn't shock me in those few times, I'm too scared to do it anymore.
It's not doing it. Whatever.
Are you doing your chin or your lip?
Both. I don't have much stubble, so... Okay. The Answer, it's called. I thought it was one of the most interesting ever crop circles ever.
Okay.
So here's the story. In 1974, the Arecibo telescope was upgraded on its 10th anniversary, and astronomer Frank Drake wanted to commemorate this event by sending a radio signal out into space to try and communicate with extraterrestrial life. Mm-hmm. Okay. This guy did a lot of stuff with extraterrestrial searches. He has the Drake equation, so how many perceivable life forms there are in our universe and stuff like that, how many planets there are, depending on the size of the universe and what chance of life there is.
Right.
He's come up with that formula. And he helped with the plaques on the Voyager spacecraft, you know, those little discs that they sent out to space with Carl Sagan. Yep. He helped design those and never saw them. Okay. Yep. So he with this thing, he came up with a way to send a signal which showed off the basic traits of human existence. So genetic makeup, most abundant materials, how we sent this message, our solar system, the population, etc.
Yep.
And he said he wanted to send that into space. So they beamed this thing out at a cluster known as M13, which was about 22,000 light years away.
Wow.
And they chose that because it had the most, from where the position of the telescope, the radio signal was. I'll show you what a picture of this telescope looks like. Maybe.
With a telescope, they chose this just...
a radio telescope, like a radio emitter or whatever.
I'm not too sure how that works.
It's a big dish. It looks like a massive dish.
And 22,000 light years away.
Yeah. So...
It's incredible.
It was huge. This is like one of the world's biggest telescopes. Not telescope, radio antenna.
Is that the scene? It
looks like a big dish.
Is that the place where they did the Cable Guy?
That's what I think. Something like that. But it's a big one. This is like the biggest one ever or something.
Right.
So, it was 1 megawatt of energy on a radio signal, and if you sent that signal out into space, it'd be like nothing because it's so vast, and if it just shot out and went anywhere, it would be like you'd barely perceive it. But because they focused it, they said that the power that this thing had outshines the sun by a factor of 1,000,000.
It was so precise.
So because it's focused the beam so tightly, it could shoot out to another galaxy and it would give off more radiation and more signal than 1,000,000 times the sun.
Wow, because I understand that,
You're
like,
focusing all that energy into
Yeah.
one little spot versus the sun just radiates like, you know, like in a vast open,
like if you were to shine a torch, that light just dissipates so
but
much.
versus a laser beam, which can be heaps less powerful but shine heaps further, right? It's like the same principle. So they shot this thing out and it said it was powerful to be detected across our entire galaxy, not our solar system, our galaxy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So they were aiming this thing at 22,000 light years away.
I can imagine it has to be so precise.
Yeah.
How do you do that with the turning of our Earth and the revolution of and then going around the solar system?
So
to have
I
this
think where
straight
this,
beam,
I think where this thing is, it's like near one of the top or bottoms of the Earth. So
Right.
it can,
okay.
this thing can like kind of shoot. Oh, but actually, I think it's a radio signal. They just blast the energy as hard as possible. It's not a telescope.
But then, like, you know, you only have like, I guess, there'd be
You
like
gotta
a
line it
nanometer.
up. Yeah,
just
you
be
gotta
like
line it
off.
up. You line it up, and then at a certain time, just shoot it off with all its power.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that was the point.
I guess as a computer, it can constantly keep its trajectory and maintain it.
Yeah. I don't think it had to send the signal for very long. It just shoots it really hard and it travels, right?
22,000, there's so much room for error. Like, you know, there's things passing through. Like, it has to be, bang, 22,000 light years away is like, I can't even
But they
picture
shot
that.
it generally at the galaxy, right?
Right.
And they said hopefully something will
Hit
pick it up. Hopefully, right?
Yeah. Flying through space. Burnt up.
That was it for like 40 years or something.
And this was in 1970, you said?
1974, they sent this off on its 10th anniversary.
Okay.
Nothing happens until 2001, right? Something then happens, which is awesome. So at Britain's largest telescope, the Chilbolton telescope, the Chilbolton Radio Observatory, it's like another dish and it observes signals. So it's, you know, detecting radiation from other suns and stuff like that. That's what its main purpose is. It's in England.
Right.
Britain, sorry. In 2001, a crop circle appears. Oh, so first off, I want to show you what the signal looked like.
Okay.
So Carl Sagan designed this signal.
I'm familiar
This is
with
what it
this
looked
one.
like. This is the image, right? So up here, it's got the decimal system. It's got our basic life form here.
We'll bring it up on the screen for those
Yeah,
of
we'll
you
bring
watching.
it up here. It's got, I forget what these are, but here it talks about our double helix. Here it talks about our population, solar system, and how we sent the radio signal.
And
so
basically
that's the signal that we sent.
For those of you listening, it's just like basic like maths to kind of figure out all this information about who we are, where we are in the solar system, what we're made out of.
Yeah.
Just basic information about us and how to contact us.
And the way they sent this exact wavelength as well was a semi-prime number, because they thought whoever intercepts this and has the technology to intercept this message will have a basic understanding of maths and will probably recognize the number.
Right.
Because this is all generated in binary.
Yeah.
They thought if it's going to be basic, it's going to be thing. And if you did it by it was something like a 74 by 23 grid. If you divided the binary into that grid right there, that's the message it comes up with. So it exactly replicates this. And they said it's a very simple thing. Hopefully anyone with intelligence can detect it.
Yeah, okay.
So it was just sent off as binary digits, right? That was it.
I'm getting excited, man. I'm really excited
really
for this
cool.
2001 discovery.
Yeah. So 2001 comes along and a crop circle appears with Britain's largest radio observatory, the Chilbolton telescope. And from the top, it was like an absolute tangled mess. Sorry, 1 second. I'll find it. Quick maths, boys. Got to do some quick maths. Okay, cool. So
That's 9 plus 10.
Okay, I got it. The first image that appears is this thing, right?
That's very
and
freaky.
they had never seen anything like it, and especially from the top, they said it looked like a tangled mess that they couldn't understand what it was.
I can see what that is.
And they said nothing appeared on the crop circle until a certain part of light hit the crop circle,
Right.
and then it revealed like a shadow. Once the shadow started to appear, then they could see it was clearly a face. And they did like analysis of a face.
For those of you listening, it kind of looks like a half-tone
There we go.
looking face,
So-
like an old newspaper print face, if you were to make it up of just dots.
This is what they were able to like use Gaussian blur and interpretation and try and get something out of it, which was this.
That's a very freaky face. It looks kind of reptilian in nature.
Yeah.
There's a kind of upturned nose, very sunken in eyes,
Yeah.
and very, very lower cheekbones, but strong cheekbones.
So they said what was the technique was used was called screen printing. And it never been done in a crop circle before because it was a 3D effect that was done when the light hit it only from a certain degree. At the certain time, they didn't know what it was. It looked like blank dots.
Yeah.
But because it was so finely detailed, they could see the shadows on it and say, wow, this is a freaking 3D printed image.
I've always been skeptical of crop circles. I would love to believe them, but that I can't understand how that could be made by man.
Gets better.
Oh,
okay. We're like getting there. 3
Shit
days
just gets
later,
started.
a data strip came into the field as well. So when they first saw it,
so what led them to find this?
They just
this
found
crop
it.
circle. So just coincidentally they find it, and then a couple of days later something else comes in.
right?
Interesting. Okay.
Where have I done it? Here we go. So the crop circle was this thing.
Oh,
There it is. There's the crop circle. So they looked at this thing and went, what the hell is this? They didn't know what it was for ages because they went, well, I don't know what it is. Like, you just look at that and you're like, what the hell is that? Like, you would have no perception of what's going on.
And the people at this observatory aren't familiar with what Carl Sagan said?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they go, well, I don't even know what Carl Sagan sent. No, it wasn't Carl Sagan. It was Frank Drake.
Oh, sorry.
Frank Drake sent into space. They said, I don't even know what he sent.
Drizzy
because
sent it
he's
out.
not, I don't think he publicly went out and said, this is the message. They just said, well, who's going to understand binary in freaking 1974?
I thought they would have showed it, on news or something. Like what
The
message?
data strip?
Yeah, because it's kind of like an image you can show, right?
I don't know if they would have even bothered to show the people. They might have just said, we're sending the data.
Yeah, it wasn't like a moon landing.
I don't know. There was no news story saying that they showed it on television and had it for everyone to look at.
Right.
That's what was crazy. But then 2001, this appears, and they didn't know what it was at first till they did the binary thing and said, holy shit, it's an exact replica message of the one we sent in 1974.
Wow.
And so, but it had slight variations. Everything was exactly the same. Mm-hmm. So the top set, decimal figures for numerical use was the same. Message received, also using the decimal calculation system.
Okay.
Yep. So they used 10 numbers. Our main substance was carbon. Theirs was silicon, which I think was so cool because it could potentially put forward to the idea of machine race. Silicon-based a life form is AI.
Or the evolution of consciousness into a vessel.
Yes. Pretty cool, right?
That's
so
scary.
They use mostly
it's very
silicon.
scary. Silicon-based
The
consciousness.
basic drawing of ours was a humanoid figure with a large head in relation to its body. And, theirs was a large head in relation to its body, which was only about 4 feet tall, that the data represented. And it said that their DNA had an extra set of helix. So we have a double helix DNA. Theirs was a triple.
Why, if you were to have a custom-made body, silicon,
This
would
is
you
even
choose that?
Yeah, but this is
shape,
this is a guesstimate to say it's even robotic. It might have been humanoid.
What if it was silicon? I'm picturing like it's a molded body.
But what if their solar system just grew from silicon, and then they evolved from silicon, and they were also like us?
I guess I can't picture what that would look
That's
like.
what's so crazy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's what's amazing.
I just wouldn't have thought like that's something they could just develop.
Yeah.
It sounds like a man-made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it must in other parts of the universe.
If
That's
it's
what life might have.
possibilities.
Infinite
right?
possibilities. You have no idea what a life form would look like. We're just only guessing.
Yeah.
It said that so ours said we inhabit the third planet in our solar system.
Yeah.
Theirs said that they inhabit the third, fourth, and fifth planets in their solar system, and their population was 21 billion.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's like
I guess
three.
spread across 3 planets.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
This is so
and
freaky.
underneath they had a much more complicated drawing of what they used to send this message. So that's upside down. That was our radio tower.
Right.
And that was their thing of whatever they sent. And no one knew what it was. They're like, there's the humanoid figure, you see?
Yeah.
And then there's the
That's
sun.
a very large head in proportion
That's
to
the
its
triple
body.
helix. That's our double helix. Yeah, big head in proportion to their body is what
Massive
they said.
head.
Lines up with the Greys.
It does line up with the greys.
Anyway, so they looked at the image at the bottom and they realized 1 year earlier a crop circle appeared with insane geometrical patterns and lots of tiny concentric circles, and they didn't in the same spot, but no one knew what it was. And the previous circle lined up with this image exactly 1-to-1. Man, all the videos were scrubbed from the internet that I was trying to find on this, by the way.
Oh, makes
All
it
gone.
scarier.
Here we go. This is it. This is the image. Here we go. That's it. Man, look how detailed that thing is.
Yeah, okay.
That is so detailed.
And this is supposedly their way of communicating and receiving?
Yes. This is what they said they used to send the message.
That looks really intense.
Look how many circles, and they did an analysis of this. Each circle is in exact ratio to the one larger than it, perfectly, to the exact fucking centimeter.
Wow. So for those of you listening, I guess the comparison to the two bit signals, the one depicting our dish is like pretty standard. It's just like an arc. And
It's like a parabolic dish with a M in it.
yeah, and theirs is like super tech, just like this fractal looking.
The fractal circular.
Yeah.
Fractal circular thing.
Yeah.
With a big circle in the center. Very, very trippy.
I wouldn't even be able to. Do you reckon? Is there any theories as to what device it is?
No one had a clue. It's all maths.
It looks intense.
They don't even know what it is, but it's all
you wouldn't know
mathematics.
what it's made out of, how it works. It does work.
Yep.
That is very bizarre. What are these lines that are running through the crop
Oh,
circles?
that's for where they do the farm stuff, where they build the tram line, so they can run the tractor through there and spray the crops with water and stuff.
Right.
So those lines are just built by the people that build the crops.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and they thought, man, this is that image appeared 1 year before the message image appeared.
Oh wow.
The telescope thing. So maybe they were trying to say, hey, use this to get our message or something like that.
I'll build it so we can.
Yeah.
Because maybe like they're like, why are these guys talking so archaically?
Yes.
We can just be like talking like on the phone.
Yeah, totally.
Wow.
So they were like sending the knowledge across. It's like, here's how to build it.
Oh my God. Imagine it was like future tech that we just couldn't understand.
That's what I mean. This is so amazing. But 1 year anniversary after the crop circle message appeared, another crop circle appeared. This time was even freakier, man. I had goosebumps watching this shit. Look at this. Look at that.
That is related to this?
Yes, same spot. Look at the size of this thing. And it used a different 3D printing technique similar to a CRT thing. They used horizontal lines instead.
That is
and with a
so scary.
decoded message.
Have we decoded it?
Yes, someone decoded it. They didn't know what it was at first. Man, I'm goosebumps from this shit.
I'm looking at... for those of you listening, this crop circle is like a pretty detailed portrait of a straight up alien head.
Yep.
Next to a big circle with intricate, I guess...
Look at the size of this thing, man.
It's humongous, and it's like a very distinct alien face.
So these were the other ones there. This thing's even huger by like 2 times.
And do you think after the first crop circles, they had like a live feed on the area to make sure 100% that it wasn't any humans doing this sort of stuff?
That's what I want to talk to just briefly after this.
Yeah.
But they decoded the message and it was pretty freaky. So the message said, beware the bearers of false gifts and broken promises. Much pain, but still time. There is good out there. We oppose deception. Conduit closing.
That is so scary.
So scary.
Conduit closing?
Conduit closing means end of message.
Okay, right. I thought it was like a...
The time is
running
conduit
out.
Closing is like end of message.
Wow, dude, that is so freaky. And I've heard similar things that in that vein when you kind of look into the whole like religion mixed with alien type stuff.
Yep.
And what people experience when they're on some kind of psychedelic sometimes, about how they are aware that there's kind of these good entities out there and these evil entities out there. That's and there's like a federation almost of like what would you call a community of aliens that are on the same level, and they're making sure that we're in the right direction to join them because there's others
but
that
not
are
going out of control or something.
or because they're also in fear that we could be swayed by these evil ones that are out there as well.
So they were just, I think they're trying to say a general message of like, we're here to help, and there's good people out there, but there's a lot of evil out there. And it's like warning you, don't take gifts from people.
Yeah.
Like, it's like there was say, there is, beware the bearers of false gifts and broken promises.
You know how freaky that is, because I feel like
that's the first line in the message.
That's terrifying, and I feel like as a world right now, I feel like for some reason, like America or something would be so quick to be like, I want to be the first to make contact that will welcome you with open arms, no matter what it is, even if it's a bit sus. It's just like we just want to make sure that we're the first in contact before any other country.
Yeah,
it's not about making contact; it's about being in contact before any other country.
Yeah,
and that's so sad. That like it's about hoarding knowledge and not about like this grand thing that's meant to be embracing the next stage.
Yeah, I agree. So they decoded the message, and by the way, the message looked like a big circular thing with like it looked like a big disc with dots that kind of went from outside to in. And they noticed it was every 8 bits, so it was like a similar to a CD-ROM.
Would you say that for such an ominous and sad and terrifying message, the people that sent it, if this is a portrait of them,
that's what they
scary.
said. They said we don't know if that's the people they're warning about, or it's the people that they are.
And naturally, I guess things that are that are scary to humans turn out to be instinctual, and we know when things are kind of predators just because of the way they look, and that looks
scary as hell.
Malevolent.
Yeah, freaky, right?
It's just like
look
a
how
warning.
straight that line is, right? Just notice. I want to show you. Look how straight all these lines are.
Yeah,
perfection. I wanted to show you with the people are like, no, it's man-made. Bullshit. I'll show you man-made crop circles. Look at this garbage. Look at this garbage. Look at that. You can see where they've stamped it all down. It's not even straight. Not even that bit straight. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at they're not straight at all. And then look at this one. Boom. That's people trying to do something
I would
crazy.
hate. If I saw that, I'd just be like, "You're right. You're taking the piss. You're ruining my crops."
Here's a good one.
Do they still happen?
Yes, they still happen all the time. They're just never reported. So here's some facts surrounding about man-made crop circles. What can we learn? Right? This is the shit I want to show you. This one's pretty good. That's a good crop circle, right? That looks pretty straight and like well done, but it's an ad for Asahi, right?
And that's actually done, or they've photoshopped that?
No, they did that in real life.
That's pretty precise.
The stats. Yes, but listen to the stats, okay? The circle was initially mapped out. It took 1 week from dawn to dusk with 40 people working constantly.
Oh, so it's manually done. It's not a machine.
No, they had to do it. Required a crew of 40 people with expert surveyors employing state-of-the-art base station GPS equipment. The crop circle was completed using 48 cans of spray paint. Took $1 million, and they needed tractors, garden rollers, and brush cutters were employed to design into the barley. 1 week from dawn to dusk. Wow. People are saying these crop circles pop up within the space of an hour in the middle of a night.
Right. Yeah, it's just overnight.
Overnight. You're telling me 2 mates in the middle of the night are making the craziest, most crazy, precise thing to like perfection.
And I'm sure
they're
this
stomping
owner,
it out with no lights in the middle of the night and no one catches them.
So from what I saw when you were scrolling through, this is all happening on the same field?
Yeah.
Is this a private random owner, or
this was near the big telescope in Britain?
Oh, so
that's why they thought it was extra special, because they thought, they used this to send it. I'm going to put it right next to where they used it.
Why crop circles, do you reckon? Like, why not another way of leaving?
It's mathematics, and it's something easy that they can probably manipulate.
But like, you'd have to come down to Earth to do that.
Yeah, apparently.
Unless they're just beaming it in, and it's burning into the.
I'll show you our next episode. I found a footage of a UFO making a crop circle in real time. That shit just appeared like that. It was just like, and it happened. It's like it printed it on.
Before we leave you guys, that jogged my memory that James Webb telescope that I brought up a couple of episodes ago. I found out that it's also so tech right now that it's going to actually be used to look into the galaxy to detect any signs of artificial light from any nearby galaxies.
That's awesome.
And that's crazy because it has the capabilities to do so, which is like, I feel like as soon as we get confirmation that there's artificial light on a planet that's similar to ours, that's it. Case closed, 100% aliens.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I can't wait for that discovery.
Cool. Yeah, same. Look, I think it's a bit long, this episode, so I think we're going to have to wrap it up. But next episode, I definitely want to continue about, I got some questions about this I wanted to ask.
Let's go real deep about aliens on the next episode.
Let's do it. Okay. Well,
thank you for listening, guys.
Yeah, do you want to sign us off?
Yeah, thank you so much for listening and timing into another episode of Double Dose. I hope you learned something new today, and we'll catch you next Monday.
Yep. We love you guys. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.